Y'all know the vibes, reasons to podcast, you heard?
No, it's fine. You just have to move it. Can I see what?
No, he can't
No,
see
I
it on
can't
that.
see you. I can't see you on that.
You can't see it on that. You can only see that you're doing that.
But it doesn't
This is
matter.
like an overhaul camera.
Yeah,
This is like both of us, and then that's just gonna be when someone's talking.
yeah. That's that camera over there. Look.
All right.
You here? Don't worry. That's that's why I haven't started. Where are my scenarios? Oh, I just went past one of my pictures from Portugal. Cute. Ha 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 ha. Located. Oh, I only got 4. That sucks. Oh, damn. Did I ask if you wanted a drink or not?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you did ask. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. Right, I'm gonna give you one scenario right now.
Okay.
So, science has advanced so far that you can now have an operation to breathe underwater, but they have to cut your gills in the side of your neck on the side of your neck. Would you get the operation if it's free?
No,
Why not?
because I don't like what the under the sea scares me. You
Really?
don't know what's under there. Yeah, you don't know what's under there. I feel like there's like fishes.
But doesn't that fascinate
Like,
you?
no, like weird like corals and no, I wouldn't get it.
So when you go
I don't go in the sea when I go on holiday. I go in the pool. I'll go by the sand, but I don't go in the sea. Not for me. No.
Can you swim?
Yeah, I can swim. Yeah, of course, I can swim. But no.
Did you did you compete in primary?
Oh no, I used to have like like swimming lessons in like year 6.
Yeah.
But no, nothing like.
You never went to the bottom of the pool?
What do you mean? What, like at the deep end?
Yeah, you know when they do that
No,
thing? they
no,
dash
I
something
was in the
shallow?
tech class.
Oh, it doesn't make a difference. Everyone is swimming.
Yeah, no, but no, I'm not a fan of it.
Okay, fair enough. Right, another scenario.
Yeah, go for it.
You have the opportunity to live in a world where everyone has a theme tune to play when they walk out. Everyone picks their own theme tune, but they have to keep that theme tune for the rest of their lives. So you might love your own theme, but you'd have to put up with other people's tunes too. Would you do it?
No.
That would be annoying, innit?
Yeah. I feel like some people pick some really shit ones.
And then imagine walking outside and you have to hear people's tunes.
Yeah. What, every single time you meet them?
Yeah.
No. I feel like certain people's voices get on my nerves, let alone a tune. No, definitely not.
Do you know one thing I'd have though? I'd have the McDonald's
I don't know what I'd have. I'd have something girly. Here come the girls.
Sick of that.
Here come the girls.
Okay.
Well, that's what I'd have.
Or that. Literally.
No, not Co Compare.
But welcome back, people. It's another episode. You know the vibes. I've just noticed that today when I've walked in, I don't really have an intro, and I need to low-key make one. But I guess the theme tune to my podcast is low-key an intro, because it's not Reasons to Podcast. You know the vibes. So yeah, you know the vibes. Marco Lopez in the building. I got a special guest. Oh, you are dripped out, honey. Yes, I got a special guest in the building.
Thank you.
Jessie's here. She's going to share her experience and with I'm sure it's not no longer a battle, maybe. Maybe it's...
Not really, no.
Not really, yeah. But, her past experience with, severe acne. And I've done some extra research to make sure that I at least know what we're going to go into. But before anything, would you like to introduce yourself just lightly? Name, where you're from, what you do?
Yeah, so my name's Jessie. I'm from Bournemouth and I'm a beauty manager for a beauty brand.
Yeah. Do you want to put that brand on? Is it a major company? No, leave it.
Leave it. Just to be safe.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm 23. I was going to say 22 then. I'm 23. Yeah, that's me.
That's cool. I was gonna say when did it all begin? Because you know what the funny thing is, right? You know, like how now we got the NHS app on our phones and shit. Like we can, I only just recently found out you can go through your whole medical history. So
I didn't know that.
so obviously, once I saw the Instagram post that you posted, then I saw like obviously you was expressing yourself about your battle with Accutane and so on. Obviously, I didn't know that Accutane was a pill. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
But I went into my medical history and I saw that because obviously when I was younger, but nobody believes this when I say this, like, but I had acne, but not severe, but it was still enough to make me feel some type of way. So that's why I kind of reasoned with where you was coming from. And yeah, like, so I found a couple of products of my own that I'll obviously bring up later. But obviously I wanted to just start by asking, you know, like when did things first start for you? Because I know like sometimes acne is not seen as like a major issue because people just narrow it down as like, oh, it's a teenager's thing.
Yeah.
So common, it's a teenager's thing. Or like, oh, it's fine. You're just going through. It's like puberty. You're just having it. Like you're gonna be fine in a year or two. But for some people, it goes for like, you know, for a lifetime. So where did it all begin for you, and where did like the side effects start to actually, you know, kick in before you actually started to like?
Before I started on the rack.
Yeah.
Throughout my whole entire school, like my whole entire years at school and stuff, I never really suffered with my skin. Like my skin was something that like I never really thought was an issue. Like I had the few like, you know, hormonal spots and things like that, but never really had an issue. From the age of like 14, I went on the pill. Quite common for girls at that age to go on the pill. Like just even one to help their skin, help their weight. Like it's quite a common thing. Was on the pill since I was like 14 up until I was like 21. So it's quite a long time on the pill. Like
but
that,
when you say the pill, do you mean what?
Like the contraceptive pill?
Okay, cool.
So like the pill that obviously like you know. So yes, I was on that from the age of 14 to the age of 21. When we was in lockdown, actually, I decided to come off the pill because I thought, do you know what, I want to give my body a break. Like I've been on it since I was 14. Like it's a long time. And as soon as I come off the pill, that's when my skin started flaring up. I just thought it was a bit of a hormonal thing.
Yeah.
Thought it was something that was like, oh, my skin's just having a little flare up, like I've come off the pill. Like basically what the pill does, the pill basically, like the contraceptive pill, basically like suppresses all of your hormones. So it will help with your skin, it will help people's weight, it will help with things like that. But whereas mine suppresses mine for so long, then when I came off of it, my body was like, what is going on? So yeah, so that's when it all started, like literally 2020, I think, or 2021 is when it started for me. Yeah, and I know that as soon as I came off the pill.
I know that, like, but prior to the pill, you hadn't had acne.
No, never. Like before I went on the pill, I was literally, obviously I was 14 when I went on the pill, so I was still like a child. So like I didn't really have that many hormones in my body, if that makes sense. So like my skin was crystal clear. Like even my friends at work would literally be like, "What are you wearing? What foundation?" I'd be like, "Nothing." Like my skin was so clear.
So
that's whilst I was on the pill as well. Like the pill kept my skin at bay.
So you began battling acne from 21?
Yeah.
Okay, look, see, so this kind of like proves my point of what I was trying to say earlier, because I would have never thought that was even possible for it to even begin at 21. And that was like lockdown for you.
Yeah, literally in lockdown, I made the decision to come off the pill because I was like, do you know what, we're in lockdown. Like, I want to give my body a break. Like, I'll just come off the pill. And I came off the pill, don't get me wrong, a couple of months, my skin was literally fine. Like, still had the crystal clear skin. And then it started, and it was not great.
And then, so what was your first point of action when, you know?
I kind of didn't think anything of it. I was just like, do you know what? I've just got like a few spots on my like chin area and things like that. Like I didn't really think of anything of it. And then I think when it started like spreading to my whole skin, and like I wear makeup quite a lot. Makeup's my job. It's something I do all the time. So like when I was getting ready in the mornings and stuff, I was looking at my skin every single day. Whereas like some girls, they don't look at their skin every single day because they don't wear makeup and things like that. Like I was looking in the mirror every single morning to get myself ready. And I started knowing it was becoming a problem, and it started spreading like to my whole entire face. Yeah. And
like, but like, of course, like, as that's happened, like, what was your next like point of action? Like,
I just called the doctors. They gave me some like creams, like topical creams. That's normally what they do. They normally just give you some creams.
Which creams did I give you, by the way?
Duac.
What else?
And Accutane. I can't pronounce that properly, but Accutane, I think. They're just, and Epiduo had that. Epiduo, it's like in a pump thing. tried that, nothing shifted it. And then I cut out dairy because then I thought it was something I was eating. So I cut out dairy, changed my food up, drank more water. Nothing was changing. Yeah. So then I went back I kept on going back to I was like consistent with the doctors, consistent.
And then obviously at that point, I'm sure, especially during lockdown, that's like the worst time to be trying to experience such a thing to begin with.
Yeah.
But like, what did that do to you at that point without you? Obviously, you just haven't got no answers now. So how did that make you feel then?
I think, to be fair, like maybe because I wasn't going out and stuff as much, like my skin didn't get to me that much.
Yeah.
Obviously I knew it was bad, but like I didn't really realize it was like a big issue because my skin, I didn't go out a lot for me to like be putting makeup on and stuff. I did feel a little bit like failed, to be honest, because they just kept on being like, try the cream, try this antibiotic. Like then after the creams, I went on antibiotics, done like 6 months on the antibiotics, literally didn't even shift anything. Like if anything, it just like made my stomach really bad, like really affected my stomach. And yeah, like that literally done nothing. Like when I say like it didn't even touch the sides on my acne, didn't touch the sides at all.
And I know you got like I've seen like some of your different like months of when you had acne, when it was like really severe.
Yeah.
Because I watched obviously when you spoke about it on Instagram, but to be honest, like I just thought that I didn't know that was from 21. You really like honestly, like I thought I had searched
Oh yeah,
enough.
no, I was suffering with acne for like a year before I actually went on Accutane. So like before I actually made the step to go on Accutane, because I went on Accutane in 2021 March.
Yeah.
And then but I suffered with literally from the age of 21. My acne was.
And obviously, so then from March, when now you've gone into obviously but prior to taking Accutane, you were just trying the creams that they give you.
Yeah, trying the creams,
different
spend
dietary.
so much money on skincare, like not wearing makeup, trying cutting things out my diet, like loads of things, everything. Like I was literally like, I think I spent like £100 on these like supplements that like would help balance your skin out, balance your hormones, because I kind of put mine down to hormones. At the age of 17, I was actually diagnosed as well with polycystic ovaries, which is basically something that can affect your hormones.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really a big thing. Again, like when I went to the doctors and I got scanned for it and stuff, it was kind of like, oh, you got polycystic ovaries, fine. Like there was nothing else.
But what is that?
It's basically, people can have different types of it. So some people suffer with cysts on their ovaries from it. It basically causes like acne, weight gain, like loads of hair growth in certain areas that you don't want hair, like hair loss in your head, like things like that. Hormones like depression, things like that. That's like kind of the side effects from it. So I thought, oh, it's just my polycystic ovaries, like that's why the acne is coming. But I mean, then even when I went back on Accutane, when I was on Accutane, I got scanned again for my ovaries and they were like, no, you don't have polycystic ovaries anymore. So yeah, it's very strange, very, very strange.
And obviously, like for those that don't exactly know, obviously Accutane helps to eliminate existing acne and obviously prevents new acne from breaking out and forming. But I know that like it's a pill. I thought it was a cream, but it's a pill. But that pill does come with many, many side effects, and it could be like it could harm, I know, like pregnancies, like if you're having a baby. Obviously they say that for you not to have it if you're about to have a child, because it can have loads of side effects. Can cause severe depression, give you loads of mood changes. I think I remember you even speaking about how that obviously had a major effect. But what was the main side effects to having Accutane that affected you the most?
I would probably say the side effects of like my moods and stuff.
Yep.
Obviously, like my first couple of months, it was more like dryness, like my bones were a little bit achy. It was a medication that obviously like is one of the strongest medications, well, that I know of. That like even before going on Accutane, like everyone was like to me, don't go on it, you're gonna regret it. Like it's a really tough medication. I didn't actually start feeling like the mood side effects of things until I think about like month 5 that I was on it. That I started feeling really low, like not low like suicidal low, but like low, like not nice.
But then like, how did you, obviously for somebody that might have been in your shoes back then, how did you overcome that period of time?
I just had so much support from my like family and friends. I kept on, there was actually one of my friends that was previously on Accutane, and she kept on just saying to me like, it's going to be tough, but just remember, like, you're not feeling like this because it's you. You're feeling like this because it's the drug. Like, it's the drug that's making you feel the way that you're feeling. So, like, don't overthink things, and, you know, don't feel like it's all to do with you. Like, this is actually your your thought process. This is the drug that's making you feel this way. And that's kind of what I stuck by, really. I just was like, okay, like, I'm having a really down day today. That's my medication. It's not me. It's not who I am as a person. So you just need to get through it. And I was working throughout the whole thing as well. Like, I work full time. So, like, had to get up. I have to speak to customers every single day. So it's something that I just had to get on with. I had to get on with it. I had no choice, really.
And obviously, but then what would you say to what would you say to somebody else that might not been able to, or being able to have been that, you know, strong to dealing with, you know,
what if somebody else was going to go on Accutane, or was on Accutane?
No,
and
was going to go on it. Yeah.
Was going to go on it and struggles with their mental health anyway.
Yeah.
Or, like, I would probably say, like, just always remember that it is a drug that can affect you. Like, you do have to think twice about going on it. Like, if you're someone who is going through therapy at the moment, or someone who is, you know, you're dealing with mental side effects, I probably wouldn't suggest it's the best thing to go on. Like, before I went on Accutane, I knew this is something I needed to do for me, because my skin was actually making me feel the lowest I've ever felt.
And then, so how long was you on it for then? Since you was on it from...
I was on Accutane from March 2021 for 9 months. So I came off it in October.
And in that 9-month period, like, what was like what was the main thing that kind of made you feel like, oh, like, you know what, like, I'm at a losing point over here. Like, I don't, because I've seen more like cons than pros to taking Accutane, but you seem to obviously come out on top, but that might have been due to a mental strength of yours.
Yeah. I think for me, like, my dermatologist, she literally even said to me, like, your skin's turning around quite quickly. Like, it's improving. Like, the first couple of months, my skin was purging. It was very sore. It was very red. That's basically what Accutane does. It wants to get it all out of your system, basically get all the cystic acne out, and then you'll start seeing, like, a turnover in your skin. Then, yeah, I'd probably say about month 8 is the month that I was like, I don't know how much longer I could go on this, because it was hard. But I think for me, the reason that I stayed on it for as long as I did is because I could see the improvements in my skin was insane. And that, if anything, that was outweighing all the bad. Like, the improvement in my skin was just incredible. Like, I was like, I've got my skin back. So even if I did feel really low one day about something so random, like I'd be really emotional or tearful or anything like that, I'd be like, look in the mirror and be like, Jess, like, you've got your skin back. Like, you've got this kind of thing.
So it was more of a 9-month period where, like, you know, it was challenging maybe for the first month, but then you kind of like saw it through towards the end.
Yeah, like, my skin didn't start actually getting clear until about 6 months, I'd say. Like, it was getting clear, like, it basically with Accutane, it gets clear in time. So, like, you see less and less spots come through, your scars and stuff go. Like, I've still got scars now, but no spots are coming. So for me, when I had my acne, it was every single day I'd wake up, I'd have a new spot, or I'd have like a new patch of redness or something like that. Whereas with Accutane, that actually, it's like reversed. So, like, you wake up and you're like, oh my God, that spot that I had on my cheek, it's gone.
Okay.
And it will never come back, because that's what the Accutane does. It, like, dries up everything in your body.
But then while you was taking that, was you not at least like using any other like skin products to like put on your face physically? Because
they say to keep it really, really, really simple. Really simple. So, like, literally, like, moisturizer, cleanser, that's it. I was doing makeup, but I was barely wearing makeup because my skin was so dry. So, like, my skin would just look like really cakey if I put too much makeup on.
What was the hardest part though? What was the one thing that like you struggled with the most, like, in that 9-month period? That might have been something that someone could, like, you know.
I'd definitely say, yeah, like the mood swings, the side effects. Like, sometimes, like, I'd wake up and I'd just feel really just low. Like, and I wouldn't even know why. And I think that's what was frustrating for me. And that's when I would obviously look in the mirror and be like, you've got this, like, your skin's improving, you're doing this for a reason. But the mental side effects, they are tough. Like, and I would say that to anyone that was going to go on Accutane or is thinking of going Accutane. Like, I would do it again all over tomorrow. And I know I would, because the way it's made me feel now, like, my confidence and everything like that since being on it. But whilst you're on the ride of it, it is really tough. And you have to have a mental strength. Otherwise, I kind of, like, now being on it, like, even like intrusive thoughts and things like that, like, I understand why people have done certain things when they've been on it. Yeah. No,
that's understandable, because when I had my fair share of battle with acne, it was more like but obviously, like, as a boy, you don't really, like, you know, like, we're messy when we're growing up. But see, like, I was experiencing mainly through, like, I'd say like 16 to like 20.
Okay.
Maybe because I took the pills from about 20 because obviously I found out through the app that I was taking, not the pill, sorry, but I had a cream called Benzoyl.
Oh yes,
And but it was very, very strong. Like I had the 5% one, then the
Okay.
10%,
Yeah.
then the 20, I think, or 15 or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
But in the early stages, it was just one of them ones where like I wouldn't look in the mirror and feel too bad, but like I would like be annoyed at myself that like, wow, like why aren't I like the other boys over there that, you know, are kind of like they got their skin all good or whatever. And I used to just believe it's because I never exercise enough, because I'm not releasing enough sweat out of my body and etc. But then I took Benzoyl, and obviously I saw that it was like a 4-year period with it, and it was like you apply it twice a day. It was like a grayish type of cream. You apply on your face, it makes your skin like super, super dry and like really stiff. And then once you take it off and you wash it off with cold water, like, because obviously what it does is it clears like all the skin, all the bacteria, all the pores. So you can't like touch like your face with
like bleach towels and stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah, like, and you gotta make sure, because I know people do not like to change their pillowcases, and this is one of the main things that you lot have with bad skin. You gotta change your pillowcases the same way you change your socks, literally. So obviously, change your damn pillowcases. And obviously, like another thing is that like I wouldn't even let people also touch my face. So that was also another thing. But I wondered if you never was that prescribed like Benzoyl at any point, or did you ever?
I think the cream that you've had is very, very similar to Duac.
Okay.
Because it has benzoyl peroxide in it, I think. Duac's like the brand of it, I think. So yeah, I was prescribed that. And Epiduo is the same thing. Like you can't get it on towels; it will bleach everything. Really sensitive. It would like you have to wear SPF every day. Like you can't be in the sun. Like, but when I was using that kind of stuff, did not budge my acne. Like maybe like one little spot, but no. Didn't budge
What
my
about
acne at all.
your like your hormonal changes? Like how was that like to deal with during the period of having Accutane? Because that's also one of the side effects.
Well, when I first started back on my Accutane, so when I first started on Accutane, you do have to be back on the contraceptive pill for Accutane. That's obviously to prevent any pregnancies or anything like that. So I was actually on the pill whilst I was on Accutane, but I did come off halfway through Accutane, which I don't recommend. So yeah, I wouldn't say do that. That was something that I made the decision to do. That's something that if the dermatologist, like my dermatologist was like, Jess, you need to go back on the contraceptive pill. Like it's really dangerous. I made the decision to come off of it. I was very, very careful, obviously. But yeah, I feel like, sorry, I forgot the question. So sorry.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I was going on a tangent. I'm so sorry.
No, I was saying that obviously how was you dealing with the hormonal changes? Like
the hormonal changes,
yeah.
of course, yeah. So obviously whilst when I went back on the pill, my hormones leveled back out. So like my weight, everything like that. If anything, I think my skin was clearing because I was on Accutane and the pill. When I came off the pill halfway through Accutane, then my hormones were kind of just normal. Like Accutane didn't affect my hormones in that kind of sense.
Okay,
that's what you're asking, yeah.
So your only main, like, because obviously I know every person's different and each person have their own experience with it. Yeah. But what I'm just trying to make clear to the audience is, because I know that there's literally on the internet, you literally see more negatives than you see positives about Accutane. And there's also another name for it.
Isotretinoin. That's the one.
You got me.
Yeah.
Yes. So isotretinoin. Isotretinoin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isotretinoin. Yeah.
So that's like the new common name now for it. So
that's like medical term. That's what they use it when you go.
So it's more to give like the well, I can't even say teenage now, because clearly it's not even just about, but whoever needs it, because you can be between the ages of, they say, like 10 to 30 and still battle this like throughout your time.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's a steady race. It's not really something that it's gonna happen overnight, even though you had it in 9 months, but 9 months is still a long period of time. And to somebody who's not the strongest mentally, they might not be able to fight through that. But like obviously now going forward, and you what do you call it, when the 9 months is completed and your skin's gone back to normal, have you not had no other like how do I say it? Has your skin not ever like flared back again? No other side effects?
To be honest, actually, currently my skin is a little bit not the best. You probably can't tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I've started to get oily again. So with Accutane, obviously what it does is it dries out your skin completely. So like you've got almost like a dry to normal skin type.
Yeah.
I've been off Accutane now since October. So obviously after a couple of months, like my skin's kind of like finding it's kind of like normal. It's normal, if that's the thing. So I'm starting to get a little bit more oily now, like in my T-zone, which has broke me out in little spots, not massive spots, nothing for like me to be concerned about. Don't get me wrong. As soon as I saw them, I was straight on the phone to my dermatologist because it freaked me out. But yeah, nothing like to be concerned of, but like just spots that are like just gonna come, like, you know, if like my time of the month and things like that. Like it's just like a natural spot. But yeah, that I haven't seen anything else. Like I still suffer like with a little bit of achiness in my shoulder from the Accutane, because obviously it helped, like it hurts your joints and stuff, and your muscles get quite weak. But yeah, I haven't really seen anything else that's since coming off of it, other than my mental health. My mental health is like obviously just back to complete normal. Like don't feel no intrusive thoughts, nothing.
And when at what point was your mental health like at its highest like point where you was like, you know, having possible breakdowns and not?
Probably when I was like month 8, just about to come off of it, because when I was on my Accutane, so I started off at like on 20 mg, which is the lowest dose that they start you on. So I was on a 20 mg, and then like I think I tested like a 20 to 40 mg like every other day. Then I pushed up to like a 30 mg, and then when I went up to a 30 mg, everything was still fine. Like it's hard to say mental health because I've never actually struggled with mental health in that kind of way. But I'd probably just say like, I mean, it is mental health, but I'd probably call it more like mood swings. Like my moods would just be like, no one would know what kind of Jess they're going to get today kind of thing. So yeah, like, and also like my anxiety was quite high as well. But I'd probably say, yeah, month 8 was the worst month, because it was like, with Accutane, what happens is normally your body is getting all the accumulative of it. So like the more dosage that's in your body, the more dosage that's in your body is the higher, like obviously the more side effects you're going to get. So month 8, obviously there was a lot in my body at that point.
Did you have like any specific things that you did to help you deal with your anxiety during this period?
I think I just like spoke it out with my friends and stuff. I had kept like a little journal, like just little things that just like made me feel like me, if that makes sense. Because I kind of felt like I was losing myself like a little bit. That makes sense.
For sure, man. And then obviously I'm happy to hear. I'm glad that you bounced back, and you obviously can go back and you can take a million photos and 100 selfies. But the only last thing I'll probably say would just be, because obviously I'm heavy on skin, because I do my
your skin's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You've got lovely skin.
But obviously I'm heavy on treatments and looking after yourself, and you know, self-care, especially like as guys. That's one thing that we don't really do as much, and I always push the narrative of like, it's literally, I don't even understand why someone will not find it, like they'll find it demasculine, the fact that a guy like looking after this and is not cool. But honestly, get them skin cares, and do not buy like your Niveas and your all them like mainstream brands. Don't buy none of that. Like, go look for like an independent brand. I got a very good one, Planted Skincare. I'm gonna put the link on here. Is that what you use? I've been using Planted Skincare since 2000, and probably I think I worked with them maybe 2013. Melissa knows who it is. That's the name of the creator, not my cousin. And obviously, but they're really good. They provide you with like a coffee scrub first for you to like put on your skin, use it like maybe like once or twice a week. And then they got like maybe by now they've changed it up, but I know they still got some of the main packages. They use like this honey glazed scrub as well. That's like for like that's like for every day, from the moment you come in. And literally it doesn't keep no dead skin on your face. And I also use obviously like a little rubbery something to like scrub your skin with, but not like the one that's like a brush.
Okay,
like
not too harsh.
Not too harsh, because that's
skin. You need to be so careful with
exactly.
skin.
Information's real, so you don't want to like mess up no skin,
because that can actually cause acne and stuff if you like disturb your skin. Facts.
So yeah, man. So I'll definitely push that, and wash your face with cold water. Because they say that cold water, I think it closes or opens your pores. I don't even remember which one it is.
Hot water opens your pores.
Yeah, hot water opens, so cold must close it.
Cold, yeah. So cleanse with warm water, and then do a splash of cold water to close them pores back up.
There you go, Messi. Look, we're tag teaming here. So yeah, man. And yeah, self-care is the one. And I can guarantee you, when you look at yourself, and you see your skin looking nice, you ain't gonna be too mad. And mandem as well, when you get a haircut, make sure you tell your barber to put this flipping spray around your flipping shape up on your beard, and otherwise you're gonna get them bumps and stuff. Because why? Because you just use a razor that's been over 100 dudes, even though they clean it, but still. And then you touch yourself and whatever, and your hands are never clean, by the way. It's just a known fact, your hands are never clean. So make sure you do that too. But yeah, that is all from me and Jess. Peace.
Thank you.
Woo.